Legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their blood, start out into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, legends never die. They're written down in eternity, but you'll never see the price it costs. The scars collected all their lives. When everything
Welcome back to the Bonehead Rookie Series. I am joined here with Kirk once again. Kirk, how was your vacation that you took?
Oh, hell, man. I'll tell you what, man. That was a great thing, you know, heading over there to Macau. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful place. Just love racing now, getting back to it here in Phoenix. It's another hot place, so I'm really excited to see these cars step and slide on this very, very hot surface.
Also, before we get any further, we're going to pull up our logos. The rookies. This is the Rookie Series. Remember, guys, if you want to see the main series go on, April 6th at 6 p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, this league is sponsored by the Rocket Speed Development. Also sponsored by the Comedy Barn. Kirk does this every now and then, if I'm correct. It's at 6
Every weekend?
Every weekend at 6 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Yep, we do it on Rec Room. It's a video game you can download straight to your computer. You can play in screen mode, or you can play even with an Oculus if you have one. It's really fun, and play with the Vive, PSVR. If you have PSVR, it's all free. Just come on into the Comedy Barn, the funniest show on the game, and we'll make you laugh, I'm sure. Also, something else I want to say is that this race here today, all these drivers out here, I think, are going to love if I can get them to come to the show at the Comedy Barn. That's the goal. We're going to try to have all the drivers there. If you want to see all the drivers at the funniest show on the game, be sure to hop on by.
Also, if you guys want to see the new series unfold for the main series, go check out Virtual Racing Network. We are proud to present them here at the Bonehead Racing channel and help them out. Go subscribe to them if you're not already. So Kirk, since today is another elimination race for the last round, how do you think people are going to handle here tonight?
So look, the thing is with these cars, these 09 NW cars, that's what I call them, NW 09s. They are absolutely disgusting cars. The Chevy National Impalas, they just are extremely loose and are easy to bottom out. One thing here at this racetrack, though, this setup does something a little different than what the car's tendency is. So the setup is actually really, really tight. I got out on the racetrack myself for about 10 to 15 laps, and I've noticed some things about the car that is a little weird compared to what other things you could do at other racetracks. I noticed that the setup allows you to be right up against that wall in turns 3 and 4 and still make the corner going full throttle, which is absolutely insane. I love it. And I think that this racing surface is definitely going to be a big factor with it, how hot it's been. It's been up there in the 95-degree percentile, 80, 85. It's been up there in the upper 90s. And I'm sure when the race cars are out there, it'll get up into the hundreds, which is going to be meaning for really hot tires, which means they'll burn off quicker and that they will start to slide around and have a hard time gripping. Normally, that could also mean that they'll try to overdrive the corners, and when they do that, they won't be able to make it stick. And if they're too wide, you're going to have an accident.
Especially at this track, because you don't know what's going to happen, but as we are getting ready to have stuff happen, I am going to re-update my timing screen because apparently it wasn't showing. But as Kirk said, this track is going to be one of those hot ones because this is pretty much in the middle of the desert, if I'm not wrong.
At least that's what I mean. I assume it's Phoenix. I guess is in. It's just in a desert. I don't know why you had to clarify that. I mean, I get it, but you don't need to clarify that. I mean, I'm sure most of the people watching this preview today definitely knows what this track is.
Before we do anything else, I will pull up a little bit of a track map. This is our track map here today. This is going to be something a little bit new. So you can see this track is not your typical oval. It's basically like a small Pocono, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, literally, it looks actually to me, whenever I look at that track map that you just pulled up on your screen, it really just makes me think of a odd-looking auto club shrink down. So like at the very top of the thing where you can see where the start-finish line is, it's the only difference I think is it's just like the starting line is on the opposite end of the track. That backstretch may not be exactly like Auto Club, but it feels like it. But the thing is, it definitely is one of those tracks that is just shrunken down. They may say it's a big racetrack, but in reality, it's just a short track. That's just what it is. And the best thing about this is beating and banging is fine here. We just got done running a couple of those 2-lap sprints that we normally do before these races to get these drivers in a racing mood. And I'll tell you what, I saw some of the better racing and the best passes during that time that I've seen in a while. So to be honest, I'm super excited. I'm glad that all of you that have tuned into this are here and ready to watch a hell of a race. It's going to be so good. So you can see up here in the top of the, I guess on the surrounding, what do you call it, the blimp view, you can see that this place looks a lot like Google Maps unless you zoom in a little closer. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a heck of a race. I really do.
Especially with last time when we were here, there was multiple lead changes.
Yeah, of course, little changes.
I think it was Gabriel and someone else.
Who won here last time?
I think it was either Gabriel or Ryan Decker.
Ryan Decker or Gabriel. Now I'll tell you what, definitely Ryan Decker was very interesting of a driver, and I don't know if he has a chance if he's even here. Ryan Decker, is he here?
I don't think he is, but I'll check and see who.
No, I'm not seeing him. He's not here.
Week or last time, because last week we had Trenton Sneed win at Charlotte. So, and then Phoenix, as we go take a look at the last time. Last time's winner here was Harrison Chandler.
I figured it was Harrison. That's who I thought. I'll tell you guys this. Harrison Chandler, by far, is one of those drivers that can beat you. Obviously, Austin Johnson, who has the fastest qualifying time right now, is right now trying to beat him. Qualifying's going on as we speak, so they're just trying to get it done. Austin Johnson's on the pole. He's on the pole. He's sitting there, but he's only doing it by 2/100ths of a second, which can change in the last 2 minutes. You never know. So I really do think that in this race, we're going to have a definite sign of a clear winner really early on. Somebody who leads the race just for the lap first, like who knows, 40 laps. But then if an accident happens at the end, you never know what people will do to try to win the race.
Especially because today we have 3 main league drivers racing, and that would be, let's go to the roll bar.
Richard, Austin and
Johnson,
who else?
Richard Chest, and Scott Mertz. Those are our 3 main league drivers that are racing today. We did have a couple more in here, but they were here just practicing along with the other guys.
That's me. Heck, speaking of which, if you guys want to follow the best driver in the pro league without a championship or more than 1 win, follow me, because I'm the best driver in the world. Ask Kyle Busch. He'll know. Yeah, totally. Okay, sorry, Kyle Busch. I ain't no Kyle Busch, as they said on Race Hub earlier this week. So anyway,
Well,
let's have a
especially-
good time.
But most of these guys in here that are transferring to the main league, we can't confirm the ones that are in the round of 8. Also, we are going to pull up our round of 8 board. You can see
Thank you.
here,
I need to know who's in it.
we have Harrison Chandler, Scott Mertz, Ryan Decker, Andrew Beach, Colby Wells, Adrian Panera, Joshua Estep, and Thomas Van Gotham. A couple of them have not shown. Thomas Van Gotham is one of them that did not show, and Joshua Estep, I think, is one of them as well. Same thing with Adrian Panera. So, it's
Only 3 can make it.
pretty much.
Oh my
And
gosh. Okay.
who knows who's going to make it, but as we're getting ready to go with our starting grid here, as everything is resetting. Okay, come on. Gotta keep.
I think we're about to go green here, aren't we?
We is gridding right now. So, before we do anything else, we are going to go to Austin Johnson. I think he is on the front row. Yes, he is. So, starting in first position, you want to do the give off?
I'll do each row, so row by row.
So, starting in the first row, we have the 21 of Austin Johnson and the 29 of Harrison Chandler.
Harrison Chandler there starting in second. Now moving on to third place starter in the number 54 car, Richard Chest, with a lap time of 26.919, followed by fourth place, Kobe Wells driving that number 4 car with a 26.954.
And followed by that, we have the number 5 of Joshua Kane and the 15 of Luis Accardo.
Yeah, then we have the 85 of Brandon Andrews and the 11 of, LaBeouf, I'll say that. Clinus LaBeouf. That's a heck of a name right there.
Followed by them, we have the 75 of Scott Mertz and the number 8 of Andrew Beach.
All right, now we get this 2 car. The guy who I think is super smart, Jacob A. Hope. I'm going to call him Hope. I can say whatever I want. Warren Watkins follows him in the 3 car.
And followed by that, we have the 88 of Kirk Mills and the 17 of
I'm not
Michael,
racing!
of Michael Grimm. So I guess it's the
I just went out
17
there
of
for a call
Michael.
like that.
So then after that, everyone else
that's
is
fun.
not shown. So as
We'll
we
see
are
a
getting
couple.
ready.
Ryan Worley.
We are getting
he's-
ready to go here in about a couple seconds, I do believe.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, I think that the best chance that we're going to have of seeing these drivers go
I
well.
accidentally forgot to take down the chase board, guys. I am sorry. But we are getting ready to go here. But other than that, 50 laps here. That's going to be quite an argument right there.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's going to be definitely a long race, and I think these drivers definitely have a good chance of getting the job done here today if they just use their heads and don't screw up, I'd say. It's going to be a long race.
Most certainly. As we see these cars start rolling, I guess Kirk's going to do his normal yeet, I guess.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. Going to be doing that yeet. All right. I just got to get on the voice chat with the drivers real quick.
And we haven't heard that in a while, guys, so I think this one should be good. Kirk, make it the best one you've ever done. Oh God, Kirk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's race at Phoenix. My name's Dad, aka Kirk, and we're here racing. All drivers, please get ready for the race of your lives. This is going to change the day since you were 7. All right, guys, here we go. Coming to the line, pace car dives down into the pits, and we're gonna get a yeet.
It looks like Harrison got a little bit of a jump on the outside.
Yeah, he definitely did. I see a lot of people right in front of me double file as they come out of the corner.
Wait, you're racing?
I'm on the track.
Oh, Lord. But yeah,
doing this
Harrison.
back of the pack. I'm not bothering anyone. Okay.
Harrison. Looks
Oh,
like,
wow.
Oh, we have someone in the wall back there, but
They're 3 wide up there. I see them. Holy cow. They're beating and banging up there. I love this. Look at them go. Up front there right now, it looks like the first 3 have gotten single files. 4th place and 5th place battle on.
Especially with that, but they gotta use that little rumble strip to their advantage right there to help them out. But other than that, so far it looks pretty clean. So we're gonna go.
Yeah, definitely really clean so
Through
far.
that.
I'm really surprised that these cars made it through these corners. I'm going to go ahead and pit so that way I don't cause too much trouble.
All right.
Okay.
So
yeah, sorry for that. I just wanted to get off the track. I just love the feeling of a restart. Whew.
we are
That's such
going
a rush.
to go on board with Colby Wells here for a second. As he's making his move across Harrison Chandler. Harrison Chandler, remember guys, he's already locked into the Final Four, so he's good to go. He doesn't have to finish in top 5. But Austin Johnson, he's eliminated from the round of 12. So
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
if you don't mind me saying here, I just saw something that I was really interested in speaking about. Right now, battling for second, looks like that the number 29 of Harrison Chandler has a faster car than the 4 car, but now looks like he's trying to make his move. Coming through turns number 3 and 4, he's moving down to the inside.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely trying to make a little bit of a move on on Colby, but as we see, this track is getting a bit darker, so it's going to start cooling off here in a second. So
Getting cold means more grit, more chances for them to make moves. I'm super excited for this. And I think that these drivers definitely after, as you see right there in the back, I see a couple cars getting sideways, loose. Looks like we have Brandon Andrews starting this. You might want to go back and take a look at 8th place. There's a good battle for the 9th position.
It definitely looks like that because it looks like Clyde is trying to get up to the bumper of Jacob Hoppy. I think that's how you say his last name. Yes.
Jacob A. Hope. We're just going to call him Hope.
Yeah, sorry, Jacob, if we are saying it. We still don't really know how to say it properly yet.
Lord knows how to say names anymore.
But other than that,
They
yeah,
changed it
looks like
so easy. Didn't you like it when they used to be named John Smith?
that's when it was much simpler, yes.
Yes, a much simpler time.
But other than that, right now we are looking at Jacob A. Hope. He is pretty much locked in to going into the main league, so he's good as well.
Now, who's on the bubble?
On the what?
Who right now? What's the who's on the bubble? Who is the guy who right now, if he finishes where he finishes, he will not advance? The last guy to not advance.
I think Louis Agardo.
Lewis, where is he at?
11th place, but other than that, it looks like he is currently just hanging on to dear life, so he might make it to the main league as well.
Who has to? I'm just curious on does he have to pass to get into this league? Is there a chance he can make it?
The more points he's able to rack up, yes, but one person that, if he wants to make it into the main league, that's going to be the number 11 of Clydenus, because he just joined this league today, and he has to get 2 straight rows in a win to even have a chance at possibly making it to the main league. If not, he's going to be in here for another season.
You said he has to win twice?
Yeah, and right now it's not looking too good.
Oh, wow. I don't know if he's able to get the win, but definitely that 11 car just got passed by the 15. Now, they're battling pretty good back here. I enjoy this battle because, I mean, they're actually, racing.
Yeah, and he might definitely make it into the chase, not in the chase, sorry, into the main league, but other than that, we don't know until after the season ends. Because we got to count with the main league drivers and all that.
The 54 of Richard Chess seemed to have a problem, and he just lost fourth.
Well, we know Richard. He doesn't really like these cars. He has told me that he's able to run consistent with the Xfinity cars. So, also, if you guys don't know who Richard Chess is, he is one of our main league admins and rookie admins, and he's out here racing today. And I'm saying he's probably really happy with the way this league is running right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely happy. I think that something I'm surprised about is that 5 car. Joshua Kane right now running in the 4th position, battling right now with that 54 car. I think that 5 car definitely has some speed. He's been running the high line the last couple laps, and he's being able to hold off the 54 after making the pass up there. So I think that's actually really neat that he's able to do that.
Especially with that, but I do believe he just got passed by Richard Chest. Nope.
No, not quite. He's still battling. And it's something. Oh, hey, battle for second, side by side, 4 car, 29.
And it looks like they're going back at it. But yeah, like, surprisingly, if you guys know what happened in the main league here at this track, we had caution lap after caution lap at this track for the first time. And with these cars, we haven't seen one single caution yet.
Yeah, definitely not too many cautions that I've seen as of yet either, which is really interesting.
Colby's in the wall.
Kobe's in the wall. Wow.
Then here comes Harrison. Colby's definitely looking back, thinking back on the inside. Oh, he's going for the outside. Yeah, that's definitely going to be something. But Austin Johnson, he is the Rocket Man right now. He is gone.
Austin Johnson, yeah, he's definitely leading this pack by a lot. I don't have any say on what he's going to end up doing with winning this race, but he's definitely showing a good showing here today. Kobe and Harrison are battling it out pretty hard, though.
And especially with the sun now coming back out on the track. Just a little bit. It's like right on the front stretch right now, but now it looks like it's going back away.
Yeah, totally. The sun's definitely going to... actually, in turns 3 and 4, it seems like the sun's out. But it's just half the track is under the shade as of the moment, I think.
That could mess up a couple people, such as Austin Johnson.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say that would mess him up, but I would say that definitely would not be to his benefit. But I will also mention, right now, the driver who I have my eyes on is that 5 car. I still think he has a really fast car and could possibly catch up to maybe second, but I don't know if he's ever going to catch up to Austin Johnson, who's right now running in the lead.
Who knows? But the sun is out on the whole track now, so it's going to get a little bit sketchy. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, with 35 laps to go, they got a long way to go, and these tires might not be able to hold up. I think they got a pit, don't they?
Probably not. I think you can make it on a tank of gas, but tires, I don't know.
Tires are definitely going to be your friend.
And there goes
if
Richard.
the caution comes out. What?
Richard just passed the 5.
Yeah, wow. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I make mistakes, okay? Wow, that's awesome. Hey, I think you should take a look at Warren Atkins right there. He's right now running in the back of the pack, and I don't know what his deal is. Do you happen to have any idea on what can be the problem with that 3 car?
I don't know. I think he might be just playing it safe for a little bit.
Playing it safe. Who's that car behind him?
That's the 88 of Kirk Mills.
Oh, hi. Man, I think that Warren definitely is doing a good job, but I'm just trying to show you how hard it is to try to be better than Austin Johnson, because when I got out on the racetrack, I was 4 seconds ahead of him when I started getting my laps in, and I have new tires. Brand new tires, and Austin Johnson has been barely closing in on me, and I'm not really running the fastest line, but I am trying to go pretty quick.
Well, we definitely see you catching the 3 car, but let's go on board with Austin. Oh, Austin Johnson spun!
Oh my gosh! Whoa! Austin Johnson goes around. What changes everything?
What happened there?
I have no idea. That's just a tough break for Austin Johnson.
Yeah, he got loose coming off a 3. He had to lock it
loose.
up.
Wow. I didn't think that loose was a problem here, but wow. That changes a lot, and also will allow that car to definitely make some crazy moves trying to get up through the field. And I think the 4 car has a little bit of nose end damage, by the way. I think I see some on it.
And Austin Johnson ran into the side of Richard Chest.
What? Richard Chest? Why?
I don't know, but as we see, the 4 car is leading him down pit road.
Yeah, here they come down pit road. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and go down to the 5 car's pit stall. As you see right now, they're heading all in a single file line, but the 5 car is going to dive into his pit lane. Where is it? Right there. Here he comes. He's in now. Looks like he's going to be taking a 4-tire stop, and he's going to repair the damage he had on the right front nose after making contact with the 54, trying to pass him a couple times, and also trying to pass him down the front straightaway. So now he's going to go ahead and drop the jack. He's onto the left side now, lifting that up. 4 cars away, and now the 5 cars away. Looks like he's going to regain into second position.
And we just saw quite a few people rush off pit road. And Colby Wells will be your leader coming out first. So it's definitely going to be one interesting race since Colby is now leading the race. And Austin Johnson is all the way back in 6th position.
Indeed, I agree 100%. Definitely going to be entertaining to see what they could do. One thing I will say that I am interested in is on this restart. It seems like everyone is driving absolutely erratic and just spunky. That's just what it feels like, really spunky in these drivers. And something I will say is this entertaining as heck. I really hope that this race turns out to be a hell of a finish here at the second half of the race.
Well, especially. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go get myself a glass of water. So, Kirk, take over for a little bit for me.
Sure, sounds good. So as you may have noticed here at the racetrack, there's a lot of different drivers who I think have a good chance of getting the job done. However, the 29 is by far one of those that you see running up towards the front in most of the races, and he has won so far a whole bunch of them. So, I mean, he has a blue stripe on the back. You see a bunch of green stripes behind him. And the leader of this race in the 4 car has a blue stripe as well. Those stripes really don't mean much other than means that you're doing just fine and you have a safety rating that's decent and you're fine. However, I think another driver that you need to look at right there in the back running 4th is Scott Mertz. Scott Mertz came out of the pits in 4th place, passing the 54 and making room to move up. Now, I don't really know what he has to show because I haven't really watched him. I did wreck him twice in practice for fun, but that won't matter. Okay, the one thing that will matter is looking back. Guess right now where Austin Johnson is. Guess what? He came out of the pits in, you guessed it, 6th. Believe it or not, he's got to make a lot of hard work to be able to get back up to the front. It's going to be really difficult, but I think with his car and his expertise of this racetrack, unless it has anything to do with aero, then it definitely will be Austin Johnson making his way to the front. He's just got to pass 5 cars in order to do it right now, as he's making a little rubbing, I guess, with that 15 car on the RC on the inside.
Are we double
I think the 54 definitely has the best out of all the cars. One of my favorite paint schemes, since we want to go over here and talk about paint schemes, because the race is coming back green here in a moment. I'd say the paint scheme that wins right now is 54. I really like that Kyle Busch paint scheme. It's one of my favorites. As the lights are off on the pace car, and we look like we're going to go back green race flag racing.
Especially with that, but also Austin Johnson, as he said, has a lot of ground to make up, and we are back green here.
Green flags out. Here they come. Single file down the front straight away. The 29 has a decent start. The 5 does, but the 75 of Scott Mertz definitely does not. Heading into the corners, they're bumping bumpers right there. Coming through the first corners, the 75 did not get a good start heading off of turn number 2. They are all single file for the lead and going back into the 5th position, but they're battling side by side with the 54 and the 85 right now, battling back there in the back. But up front, battle for the lead now. The 29 of Harrison Chandler in the lead. He's trying to get it. Oh, now the 4 car ducks out of the way. 4 cars still in the lead. Sorry, I thought he was battling for the lead. I got it wrong there. I'm saying.
Well, he did get the lead for a split second.
He did. But they had to let off to even make room for this stuff. So 4 car definitely has a good car. You see him running. He right now is leading by a couple car lengths, but the 29's coming. Oh, 75, he got into the 21. 21 gets up high. He saves the car. Hell of a save by the 21 car.
Especially, and plus, Scott Mertz is holding him off. He's holding off the 5 and the 21. And here comes Richard behind Austin. Is Richard going to make it 3 wide coming into turn number 1? Or coming out of turn 1 going into turn 2?
Richard definitely knows how to get a good wide corner there. And he's going through the kink on the back straightaway. As you see right now, the leader is pretty much 3 or 4 car lengths back to second place, but they're running 3 wide here through turns 3 and 4 with the 75. They are 3 wide. The 2 cars making an aggressive move, and he will get the job done, taking that position away, moving up into the 6th position. Now for the 5th position, you'll see the 21 right there having on to 4th, but that 5 wants a piece of it. Austin Johnson had a hell of a start earlier in the race, but it seems like he's stalled out running there in 4th. I don't know what could be causing that. It might be just that he's not really getting a good enough run coming through the corners. Maybe he still has some damage from that spin out. Something may have happened to the splitter. I don't know. But I will say that right now it's surprising to see how long that 4 car has been leading this race.
Especially, but if Colby holds him off, this will be his first win in the rookie series, I do believe.
He's never won a rookie race here in this series. That is absolutely phenomenal to think about, that 4 car has never won one. He needs to get the job done. I remember my first win whenever I joined this league. Absolutely life-changing is a key word. It changed the way my life is lived. Instead of saying that I sucked, I said I was the best ever. So winning one race changes everything about a driver.
Especially with that, but also you got to make sure you know what you're doing, because with less than 20 laps to go, this could be whether if you make it to the last round or not. So
yeah, I know, definitely. We're getting down to it though. Right now, I'd see a lot of different drivers who are driving their butts off trying to make moves, and it seems like that a lot of them can't quite get the runs to pass Scott Mertz. That's who I'm saying is in the way. Scott Mertz is not quite getting out of the way. He's holding up, I think, that 21 car.
21's looking on his outside.
Yeah, now he's going to go into the corner here, and it looks like he might get a run. We'll see if 21 can hold on to it, or will the 75 get loose again? And it looks like coming out of the corner, 75 gets out of the way, and the 21 will start his truck trying to catch up to that 4 car.
Especially with that, but also
especially with that. I notice you say that a lot.
I know.
Calm down, you're fine.
But other than that, you gotta make sure.
Other than that, that's a new one. I like that. Okay, that'll be good.
But other than that, you gotta watch out for that 4 car and the 29 because their battle's not done. Harrison knows how to win this track, but also I do believe Colby Wells did get a lot of practice here.
Colby Wells, one of those drivers that you could watch for hours. You could just sit in your chair and watch him go in circles and feel like you are doing something productive. And I'll tell you this, guys, that 4 car definitely knows how to run that high line going through 3 and 4, and he knows how to get the arc down and get that good speed on the exit, so that way he gets the hammer down. And that Toyota Camry, but behind him you see that Chevy. That Chevy just doesn't seem like he's catching up to that Toyota.
Yeah, it looks like I think Harrison probably used all of his tires, but yet again, he could be using wheel adjustments as well on that 4 car. So, and
yeah,
especially going into the main league, you gotta watch out for the people that adjust their wheel stuff and all that, such as people like Richard Reagan Jr. In which Richard Reagan Jr., I do believe he might have some competition with Harrison Wells. Or, sorry, Harrison Wells. Harrison Chandler.
Harrison Wells. Wow.
I didn't know Colby and Harrison were married.
Oh, not okay. Now you don't have to go that direction, man. Okay, you don't have to say they're married. You could just say they're brothers. That'd have been a lot cooler. But man, you say marriage? Are you kidding? Really? That's the most disgusting thing that's legal.
Other than that, like,
other than that, okay. That's a good way to change the subject. Well done. I think Warren Atkins is definitely doing a good job though here. He's the caboose of the whole field right now. He's just trying to hold on.
And I don't know if he's in the chase or not.
Is he still going to be able to move on, or is he stuck?
I don't think he's in the chase.
Wow. That's unfortunate. I think he would have had a heck of a shot if he just had a little bit more practice at it. Lord knows. As
we've said, a lot of these people are just holding on, just trying to get themselves into the main league itself.
Yeah, I know. That's such a hard ticket to hold on to.
Such as Jacob Hope. He's trying to hold on there. Same thing with Michael Cook. Michael Cook didn't show, but he might be good if he shows next week. And then
we'll find out.
Andrew Beach, and I think he is in the round of 8. But I don't think he'll transfer to the round of 4 tonight.
There's a car on the wall coming out of 4.
Number? Watkins?
Yeah, he hit the wall.
And we see you're back out.
No, I just wanted to go see how he was doing. You know, I mean, I could tell. I always like to stay right at the end of the pack towards where the leader is, like behind me, to see how well he's running. And so far, I can tell that Colby is actually even with me right now, and I have new tires. So you can see Colby definitely knows what he's doing here to hold on to the lead.
Yeah, like, you gotta save tires at this track, especially with the track temp, in which I don't know what the track temp is right now, but if the track temp is hot, their tires are going to start getting worn out a lot quicker.
Yeah, and with the rubber being laid down, that's just not helping at all either. We've had a few laps here to now say that we are almost to 10 laps to go, and I think that you could tell it's they're going to need a miracle in order to make this an entertaining finish here. Hopefully, maybe a car might spin out on accident, or a piece of debris might fly. I don't know. What do you think?
I say, if anything was to happen, I'd like to see them run this out and see if we only have one caution for this race. If we do, that's going to be good.
Yeah, by the way, my arm's hurting. Oh, yeah.
You might want to pull in.
What?
You might want to pull in pit road.
I probably will need a new arm replacement. You're right.
But, other than that, we're going to look at Richard Chest. He's holding on right in front of Jacob. He's starting to catch the 5 and the 75. But Austin, he is already caught up to the 29.
Austin is caught up to the 29. If he's there, then he's gonna make a heck of a race for the win here. We'll find out. But
And Austin Johnson, he's closing in the gap from the 29. So
let me check it out. Let me take a look at it. I want to see this. All right, I think I'm seeing this now. Yep, the 21's been running faster lap times than both of them by 0.3 of a second last time by.
And that 21, he's got it. He's got the speed, but is he gonna make it in time?
It's gonna be iffy. I don't know if Austin Johnson can hold on to it. He's got to pass Harrison, and Harrison's a hard guy to pass. And with only like 10 laps to go, I mean, it's gonna be difficult.
But the thing is he gonna catch Colby Wells?
Oh, I think he just the 29 let him by. Wow, 29 let him by. This is gonna be entertaining. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there. You know he's gonna get there. That is insane to think about.
If
But he's gonna get there.
If the 4-car plays defense, he might be able to get a win.
Right now they are separated by exactly 2 seconds, I think, right there. But I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up to him. But he's got a little bit,
basically
2.5 seconds, and he's gaining 0.3 of a second a lap.
No, he's getting.
That time around he had a 6, and the leader had a 2, an 8. So that means he's gaining that time around. It was 0.2 of a second.
And then here comes our first lap car.
Yeah, that could also slow things down on that leader's part. That 3 car after hitting that wall.
Oh, I think Colby is losing his tires.
That time around, Colby had a 28.0, and second place had a 27.7. That's 0.3 of a second. He is there.
If Austin,
for my math, he's gonna make it to the end.
If Colby's able to do it, he's probably gonna be excited because this will be his first rookie win.
This is gonna be an interesting finish. He might have a 2-lap dash on his hands. Remember, do anything it takes to win.
As we got the 5 to go signal.
Johnson.
We got 5 laps to go here at Phoenix. And here comes Austin.
4-car went high. He overdrove the corner. 21's making a run. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there. If he doesn't screw up.
In the wall.
4's in the wall. He's in the wall. 4's coming down.
Oh.
They bump up. They're wrecking. 4's trying to hold it. The 4's gonna wreck back up into traffic, and he hits Harrison Chandler. Both of them are in the wall. Caution is out. That means that the race is going to have a 1-lap shootout.
Maybe. We have one guy 1 lap down.
That was incredible. Colby Wells threw away his chance at getting the win just by going into a corner a little too hot. Colby Wells does not hold on to it. I don't know if he can come into the pits and get repairs and make his way through the field as fast as that other car did, but I'm worried about the 21. He has a lot of damage.
Good. But other than that, Colby Wells.
I don't know, man. That 21 was fast, but I don't know if he's able to go. I don't know if that car definitely will have enough to go. I mean, you could tell that the 4-car was driving hard, as you could tell in the replay. I'm not sure if he's showing it yet.
Yeah, I am showing it.
That 4-car definitely showed that he had a chance of holding on, but he overdrove turns 3, went in there a little too hot, and then he realized the 21 was coming, and he did not want to have him pass him. So the 4-car did the only thing logical to do is try to block. He wasn't quite there. 21 gets into him. They're both sideways, and then he just barely straightens out the 21, and the 21 goes away just fine. But the 4-car spins out and goes right back into traffic where the 29 is waiting for him, and then they both spin. The 3-car gets involved. And then the next car that comes into the picture is the 75, and Scott Mertz, made a lot of good moves to get through that wreck.
It
now
sucks.
Scott Mertz is sitting in the catbird seat.
It sucks to see that happen, but I think Austin just won this race. If the lights don't go out this time, it's race over.
Really? No, it's not.
Might be.
Is it over? I thought there was a 1-lap shootout.
There might be if the lights don't go out this time.
Nope.
Yep, that's a good race.
21. Austin Johnson holds on to the win. I'm going to bring someone up in here real quick. Someone I would like to have talk to, okay?
All right.
We're going to bring in Colby Wells. Kobe Wills, Daddy K, Kirk in the booth. You got a copy?
I unfortunately do.
You unfortunately do. Yep, 100%, man. I just wanted to come and bring you in here and ask you, what happened? What happened?
Well, I drove the corner, and the main league drivers in here for absolutely ruined those races. I understand it was my fault because I didn't want to lose my race. But there should not be main league drivers in here. It's just stupid and a waste of time. If you look at the races that Harrison won, it's been main league drivers, and it's just a stupid waste of time.
Well, I mean, I also want to ask you, what do you feel about that restart whenever you got Harrison Chandler right on your back and you had that going? I just want to ask you, what did that feel like whenever he was right all over your neck, but you started to pull away?
I knew I was faster than Harrison. Just the one guy I had to beat was him, Austin Johnson. That's all I had to do. But you know, he shouldn't be in here.
I'll tell you what, Kobe, I think that a lot of people might agree with you, but some might also disagree. But in this point, we are just, it's like the Nationwide and the Truck Series. Kyle Busch competes in both of those, and he's the best of the best. And sometimes these people get into this race, and it's just something that's entertaining. And it's nice to show you what the main league is like. And Kobe, don't worry. I'm sure that whenever you get into the main league here coming in a couple weeks, you're definitely going to have a lot of fun coming your way. And I just wanted to bring you in here to say that you did an awesome job leading that race, but I understand everybody makes mistakes, and this is the rookie series, and you made a rookie mistake. So we just want to say we totally get it. You did a good job today, and we can't wait to see you in the main league.
Also, before we let you go, Colby, I want to ask you one question.
Thank you.
So,
Okay.
since
You might want to let me go before something happens.
I know, but since you are in the round of 8, and now you're more than likely in the championship 4, how does that make you feel?
Oh, wow, the 4 cars in the 21.
Alright, I guess we will let Colby go. Thank you for joining us here today, Colby, and we hope to see you next week.
I just
Alright. So we
something else right there. Did you see that? 20?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, we saw that. But other than that, we'll be right back with our top 5 interview after this short, or this long commercial break. Also, I do believe if Kirk is staying, are you staying, Kirk?
I have about 15 minutes, yeah.
Alright. So we'll be back in about 10 to 5 minutes, maybe. And we'll start doing our top 5 interviews, which they shouldn't take too long. So, other than that, we'll be right back.
Since 2011, the 1.5 mile oval in Miami-Dade County has played host to the final round of the NASCAR Pecan and Frieza iRacing Series, and 2018 will be no different. But first, let's see how we got here. Ottinger throws the block and it will keep him behind him. Nick Ottinger wins at Daytona. It's going to be the rookie phenom from Canada, Keegan Leahy, wins for a 3rd time. For a series best 4th time this year, Ryan Luza will head to victory lane again. You've got to love this time of year. Let's go playoff racing. And with his first win of 2018, Michael Conti is headed to Homestead. Matt Busa gets his first career win and punches his ticket to the championship. 40 drivers, 40 opportunities. Now, only 4 remain and only 1 can be champion. Who will reach the peak? Will it be the 5 of Michael Conti? While it hasn't been a career year for the 2014 champion, it has been a fantastic last 2 months. If anyone has momentum, it's him. What about the defending champion? After a stellar season, Ryan Luza could leave Homestead with back-to-back titles. One thing is certain, though, points won't do him any good here. How about the newcomer? Matt Busa is the only driver in the Championship 4 without a title. With him looking for his fairy tale ending, we could be in store for an upset. And then there's three-time. After a relatively quiet 2018 campaign, Ray Alfalo will be seeking a record of 4th career championship. It all comes down to this. 4 drivers, 1 champion. Tuesday at 9 on the iRacing Esports Network.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
Welcome back to the Bonehead Racing Rookie League. So, Kirk, after today's race, how do you think that went for most drivers?
Oh man, a lot of them are mad. It just seemed like I went inside of the race, the driver's room, and I just heard exactly what was going down in there, and there was just not a lot of good conversations. I went in there and I said that I thought that they did a good job. Definitely some drivers got into the top 5 that definitely probably would not have ended up there if it wasn't for that last race caution. Some of the drivers who did not make it to the top 5 are ticked off about it. And I mean, it's racing and you should understand that.
Well,
but
especially with...
I think that at this point, whenever you're trying to make it for a win, a lot of people remember that, like, hey, second place is a heck of a finish. You don't have to like give up. For me, I would give up a win just to finish second.
Especially with Colby Wells. I think he made it into the championship 4. I could be wrong.
He made it?
He could. I think he did.
Okay, good.
Because
I wanted to make sure.
If he did, then he might have. So that's... Even though Austin did win, and after what happened, he should still be happy he made it into the last round. So,
yeah, seriously.
Also, if you guys want to tune in next week is going to be a long race.
Oh, really long race. Where are we going?
Daytona. For 100 laps.
My friend, can I ask you something?
What?
Which car are we going to run?
The same ones.
I'm announcing that I'm racing in that race.
For 100 laps?
Yeah. At Daytona? What the hell's 100 laps? I mean, I raced 600.
Is that
Daytona?
Is that 2007 Daytona?
Never mind.
Alright, so we're going to start our top 5 interviews. So, first up, finishing in the 5th position for the first time here in the Bonehead Racing Rookie Series, we have the number 2 of Jacob A. Hope. So, Jacob, how was this race for you today?
Well, I feel like this race was pretty good. I feel like our car was definitely better when it was cloudy on the racetrack, but I feel like we did pretty good overall. We just tried to stay out of the wrecks today and got the top 5 out of it. So we have fast U-Haul Chevrolet, and I think we can do better next week at Daytona.
Yeah, Jacob, I have a quick question for you here. Next week at Daytona, I actually will be racing against you. What is your strategy going into next week, knowing that you had a good top 5 finish here today, so that way I know how to beat you for next week?
So our strategy is really just to I'll just try and get to the front as fast as I can at Daytona because I'm usually pretty good there. So.
Wow. Yeah, I totally agree, man. I want to tell you guys something. I think that right now, Scott just posted a picture of what I think the standings are now. Is that right?
That's what they are.
You see it. Andrew Beach narrowly makes it in. That's sad to see that Colby Wells didn't really get the move on. Jacob, what do you feel about the top 4 there?
I feel like the top 4 really changed a lot throughout the race. I was actually kind of surprised that Adrian wasn't able to show up today, and I feel like that's the reason. Well, he didn't make it into the final 4 by then, but I mean, I'm kind of happy for Scott. He definitely has been racing pretty good, and I didn't know whether he was going to get into the top 4, and he did. In fact, he's in the lead in the point standings now.
Well, I'll tell you this right now, man. I'll tell you what, Scott Mertz definitely is driving really well. But I want to ask you, this is the question I think a lot of people at home are wondering about. What do you think about what happened on the last lap of the green flag racing with Kobe Wells and Austin Johnson?
I'm not even sure what happened. I didn't really see the incident. All I know is what exactly happened after the checkered flag, and I feel like that's just really something you really shouldn't do. I mean, it's stupid to wreck people like that, especially after the checkered flag, especially trying to wreck the leader after the checkered flag.
I agree. Now, I do want to ask you, what is your opinion on having pro drivers running in this series?
I feel like they should be allowed to run a certain amount of races, kind of similar to NASCAR now, but they shouldn't be allowed to run in all of them, and they shouldn't be eligible for points either, so that other people can get into the chase.
All right. Well, thank you for your input today. Hey, Jacob, I do appreciate you coming in. Congratulations on finishing in the top 5.
Thank you.
All right, man. You have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. So finishing in 4th, we have Joshua Kane. So we're going to pull in Josh. Finishing here in the 4th position, we have the number 5 of Joshua Kane. Joshua, how are you?
Hanging in there. Had a spinal tap earlier during the week, but we are good to go now. Feeling pretty good.
So,
Joshua, I'm a big fan of what you did today, man. I'm a big fan of you. I saw your car and I saw the way you drive. I'm a big fan of you, just straight up, because I've seen the way you drive. And sometimes you can look at a driver in the way when they're on the racetrack, and you can see the way that they drive through the corners, and you know that they are a born racer. And what I saw was that you knew what you were doing. You were fighting the wheel in there, and I think that you definitely have what it takes to be one of the better drivers in our league. And I do want to ask you, what did you see on that last green flag lap? I am just curious, man. That was a heck of a finish there.
I saw it. I appreciate you telling me that. It really means a lot, coming from somebody who's a little higher up than me in the main league anyway.
Oh, heck no. I'm dirt bad, but anyway, ignore that. Okay, ignore me.
Give me a little bit. I didn't see hardly anything coming around that last corner. All I saw was there was cars spinning. I thought I made it through the wreck just like last week at Charlotte, and then somehow I got clipped on the right rear quarter, and it just sent me around pretty bad because the car was smoking the entire last 3 laps. I was just hoping she was just going to hang on for me.
Agreed. Now, I do want to ask you, what did you see out the front of your door whenever you saw that wreck?
Please don't let me get involved in it. And I tried to do everything in my power to try to stay away, but sometimes it's just out of your control, and racing incidents happen, and that's just what it was. It was a racing incident, that what I saw, and there was nothing I could have done to avoid it.
However, I do want to ask you as well, during this race, what did you think about what happened after the flag whenever the four-car Kobe Wells did that to the winner of the race?
I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. I mean, regardless of what league you're in, you should treat every other driver, respectfully, whether you like the way they drove or not. Because then that comes back, as an opinion on you, like, okay, this 4-car, he's a nasty driver, I'm going to stay away from him, or that's the way, honestly, in my opinion, that you yourself later down the road, because somebody will remember that, will get wrecked
definitely.
yourself.
I also do want to ask you as well, what is your opinion on pro drivers running in this series after running against a couple of them today?
I mean, honestly, pro drivers should, if they want to race in a race, let them. I mean, it's just like the whole Kyle Busch thing. You know, I mean, he does have the right to run in the, you know, the lower series, and he chooses to do so. I think I don't have a problem with it personally. If they want to run in the series and, you know, have a little bit of fun, you know, let them.
Agreed. I do agree with you 100% there. Definitely really good comments here from the driver of the number 5 car. And you drove a Chevy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, man. That number 5 Chevy. I do want to thank you, Joshua Kane, for coming into the booth today. Anything else, Russell?
I got nothing.
All right, man. Joshua, well done. Thank you for coming in, and I hope that you do well next week at Daytona. By the way, I'm racing, so you're going to lose. You're going to lose next week.
Well, I'm not exactly the restricted pay driver anybody wants to see. On my opinion, honestly, I think the driver everybody has to watch for is the dark horse, Andrew Beach.
Yeah,
he's
Andrew
the
Beach.
one.
Well, don't worry. I'll take him out. No.
I'll be looking for you. I'll pull a 4-car and I'll wreck you after I find that. But no, I'm just
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, we'll work together. We'll pull the 4-car. That's a new phrase we're gonna use. Pull the 4-car.
If I just want to thank one of my buddies, Austin, who's watching. I want to thank Andrew, and I do want to thank the person who put the paint scheme on my car with Jason Jacoby. So if anybody could, if they want to, go over to J Jacoby 88 on YouTube and just subscribe. He does live streaming iRacing every once in a while. He's a very sought after, really good iRacer. So if anybody could just go over to the J Jacoby 88, check it out, and just subscribe to him.
Of course. Yeah, well, I think that's a really great input you left there. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm sure all the viewers here who are watching here today are definitely going to be able to have a chance to go and looking at his brand new YouTube channel. And definitely, I'm excited to see what he has to offer. I'm going to look him up myself. So thank you, Joshua Kane, for coming in. Keyword Maverick. I hope that you have a good rest of your day here today. And do me a favor. Last question before you go. What's your strategy for next week going into Daytona? So that way I know how to beat you. I did that. I had that same question for the last guy.
It's honestly, I'm the last person you're ever going to expect on a restricted race to even be anywhere near the front.
Okay. Hello, Newman. We got it. Yeah,
exactly. I'm usually the one with the car lands on the hood. That's usually me.
Okay, you'll be Clint Boyer of 07. All right, thank you, man, for coming in. We're going to go ahead and talk to our third place finisher here in a moment. Thank you, Joshua.
Appreciate it, gentlemen. You guys have a great afternoon.
A happy race day.
All right, you too.
All right. I don't think our third place guy is here, so.
Oh yeah, he died in that post race accident.
Before we go on to our top 2, these guys run a great race. So we'll start with our top 2. We have the number 75, Scott Mertz. So finishing here in the second position, we have the number 75, Scott Mertz. Scott, this is multiple top 2s you've had in multiple races. How does that make you feel?
It actually makes me feel good, and right after the race,
man.
I went into the standings.
Oh, did I mute him?
Made it to the championship 4, so let's go. I actually feel pretty good right now because I finally made it to the final round.
Well, since you're in the final round now, what is your strategy going into next week for Daytona so Kirk knows how to beat you?
Hey, that's my joke. I can hear him now.
Anyways, yeah, try to find a drafting partner. I haven't talked to anyone yet to see if they'll help me drafting. But
hey, Scott, how you doing?
I am doing good. I am doing good, Kirk.
Hey, let's work together. Let's work together.
I think you're gonna be. Are you sure you're gonna be in the booth next week, Kirk?
No, I'm gonna be racing on the track against you, sir.
Okay, then let's work together then. That was Brandon might be in our pack. I don't know, but anyways, championship 4. My strategy going on next week, like I said, find a drafting partner, try to stay at least top 10, top 5 all race, and we will probably be up there. And I'm going for a championship next weekend, so we'll see what we can do.
Whoa, I'll tell you what, man. I have a really, I'm sorry, I just saw something. Okay. I do want to ask you, one last question. What did you think about that last lap move there to try to win the race?
Honestly, I actually didn't really see it until I checked the replay. Honestly, I don't know what Colby was doing, but all I know, he was trying to wreck Austin. Then I saw Colby spin in front of me, then Harrison, he crashed. I basically saw my life flash before my eyes when I saw them wreck in front of me. And I somehow got past them and finished second. Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned that you definitely had a heck of a view of the crash.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Harrison Chandler definitely had a chance of getting second, but it looks like you overtook him. So well done, Scott. Anything else you want to thank?
I want to thank Alpine Stars sponsoring me all season. I want to thank Bonehead Racing Competitive League, and I want to thank Colby Wells and Harrison Chandler wrecking. So I got to finish second and make it into a championship four. I want to thank Joshua King for racing me good. We had one heck of a battle going.
Yeah.
So that's all.
All right, there's one thing I want to ask you too. So from here on out, we're gonna say whenever like someone wrecks somebody or something like that, we're gonna say we pulled a 4. Okay, so we're gonna pull that 4. That's what we're doing. We're doing a 4. That's what it's called. Okay, we're gonna pull that number 4. All right. Anyway, man, you have a good rest of your day, Scott.
All right, thank you.
No problem, man.
Oh, Colby, if you're watching this, we love you, bud. No homo.
Colby, I don't love you. I think you are a very, very interesting person.
But he's definitely gonna be.
He loves you.
He's definitely gonna be a competition for the main league. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely. He's going to be entertaining and probably fun to beat and bang on.
So we're pulling in first place. So finishing first place here tonight, we have number 21 of Austin.
Austin Johnson! Yeah! My man! In the 6 in the name! Austin Johnson 6! How do you feel about winning this one today?
Great. I mean,
You don't sound as excited as I thought you would be!
well, that's because Colby got all mad at me for not doing nothing, you know.
Not doing nothing. I like that. I'll tell you what, Austin, okay? I'll tell you this. I saw you make that move on the last corner. You just saw him hit the wall. You overdrove the corner, and you just like, okay, I'll go low below you. And he's like, nope. But you did the best thing you could have done and held onto that car, and that made you look like a pro behind the wheel. So I will say thank you, Austin Johnson, for making the pro drivers look at least a little bit better than what they actually are. All right, so I want to ask you, Austin, I mean, winning in the rookie league is something that's really interesting, and I want to ask you, what do you feel like should pro drivers be allowed to race in this league?
I mean, to be honest, I'm obviously fine with it since I'm from the main league. But I think how Joshua said earlier, like the Kyle Busch, you know, he always goes down in the camping world, or what is it, Gander and Xfinity all the time, and he has like more wins than anyone else in that. It's the same deal. I mean, I know Colby got all mad at me because he kept yelling about main league drivers, why they shouldn't be in the league, which kind of, you know, makes sense. That's the argument why Kyle Busch shouldn't be racing in Xfinity all the time. That's why they put a limit, I think, on that, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why, because they don't want Kyle Busch to win, which is so stupid. I mean, heck, I think you should be able to race whatever the hell you want to race. If it's not like this is a beauty contest and no champions are allowed. That's baloney. Anyone could try. Okay, it doesn't matter how many times you won. But anyway, well done, Austin Johnson. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Is there anything anybody you want to thank or wish luck to, I guess?
Well, I do have one thing to say. You know when I spun out in the lead?
Yeah, I remember that. That was absolutely a loss of talent.
You were in front of me. I think you got dirty air. That's why I spun. It's all your fault.
Oh, it's my fault. Oh, yep. Okay. I was 4 seconds in front of you, and you blame me. What a guy. But he still came back to win, so whatever.
So before we go, Kirk, should we share your announcement about Season 3 in the main league?
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? So something I would like to announce is that starting in Season 3, from what I understand, that might be my final season running in the Bonehead Racing League. Depends. I mean, I really think that that's going to be my final season. I'm going to try my best to be the best driver I could be. And, you know, if I wouldn't join a race if I didn't think I was going to have a chance at winning. So I'm going to try and join all the races here this season. And if I don't get a win, you know, that that's probably going to be the end of it for me. But if I win multiple races, you never know. I might stick with it. Might have some problems, but I do want to end up moving myself up into the broadcast booth because I do enjoy broadcasting these races, and I'm sure that a lot of you at home definitely enjoy having this guy talk too much to you. So anyway, definitely a hell of a race here at Phoenix International Raceway. As we head into next week at Daytona, I want to say, please be on the lookout for that pink number 88 car. The driver of that 88 car is definitely going to be a good chance of winning next week. Of course, he's going to try to pull number 4 at the end of the race, but you'll never know when it will come. So, yeah.
Also, before we head off of here again, remember, this is the Bonehead Racing Rookie Series. We are always willing to welcome new people in here. Also, don't forget we are sponsored by the Rocket Speed Development and the Comedy Barn, which is Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Starts in an hour. It starts in an hour tonight. It starts in an hour. So get on go on the Google, download Rec Room, and just look into the room, type in Comedy Barn, or look on the events tab on your watch, and you'll find it. It's there. It's the best one.
Also, if you guys want to see Season 3 unfold, and if you want to see Kirk Mills race, make sure you go check out Virtual Racing Network. They are our broadcaster for Season 3. So, with that being said, we'll be back next week for Daytona for the Championship 4 and the Championship for 100 laps. So get ready to buckle up and start getting your popcorn ready because it's going to be one long race. We will see you guys next week at Daytona.
Goodbye, everybody!